I'm taking over Sunderland.
And I'm taking over Newcastle United.
This is the Takeover Showdown. 5 seasons, 2 managers.
One rivalry that's about to get very personal.
So here's how it works. We both start with a 100 million budget.
We get 3 signings per season.
And every season, we're stacking points. Premier League's gonna be 3 points. Any domestic cup, 2 points.
The Golden Boot or the Community Shield will be 1 point.
But the Champions League, well, we're spicing things up because there will be no points for that. You win the Champions League, the video is over. You're crowned the greatest manager.
Wait, I'm already in the Champions League in Season 1. What happens if I win it straight away? That might just be the shortest video ever.
Not happening, mate, because I'll be making you release one of your star players. Maybe Tonali, maybe Gimaresh.
It does work both ways though, doesn't it? Because every season, both of us get to release one player from our opponent's squad.
At the end of the 5 seasons, the gaffer with the most points wins.
Unless one of us can win the Champions League first.
Alright boys, this is the Sunderland team I'm gonna be competing with. Honestly though, looking at Chani's team, Bruno Gimaresh, Sandro Tonali, I'm worried. My best player is Granit Xhaka. And there's so many improvements we need to make to get this Sunderland team good. At least the good thing is Chani's also gonna have the same budget as me, because you guys know Newcastle's the world's richest club. If they had their real budget, I would be absolutely cooked. But okay, because there's also the takeover point system, there's a couple of directions we could focus on. Building our team to try and win the domestic cups, the Premier Leagues. That way we could try and secure as many points as possible and beat Chani that way. But the problem is, man, the Champions League is like the great leveler. If either of us win it, it's all over. We gotta be focusing there too. My goal for the season is qualifying for Champions League football, which is gonna be a tall order. Along the way, maybe get some points through the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Good thing is we've got a lot of young players. I like having Roofs at the back. 22 years old. We'll give him the first season to try and grow and we'll see where he gets. At least for the starting few seasons, I feel Granit Xhaka is going to be massive. I like the midfielders we've got as well. Diarra and Siddiqui super young. Brobby as well is young. I feel like the biggest improvements we can make this season are left mid, because surprisingly Sunderland don't have anyone in that position. And obviously maybe going for a centre back, someone really quality there. Also, don't forget this is a 5-season takeover, so I need to make my signings with that regard. And you know what? I think I'm going to get that with Ezri Konsa. 27 is perfect. Now, if I can get him for a cheeky 40 mil, which looks like we can. Thank you, Unai Emery. Now, I think we're off to a good start here. I feel like with Konsa, our defense is going to be rock solid. And that would mean we would have 54 million to go all in on a left midfielder. Now, just like the Konsa signing, I want to continue signing experienced players. And that's why I've got Liverpool's Gakpo here, as well as Omar Marmoush from Manchester City. And honestly, because Gakpo is more of a left mid, I think he fits our system. We're gonna pay the 48 million to bring him in. I think we've made some solid improvements, but I still feel like we're the massive underdogs, man, because that Newcastle team Chani has got, it's not gonna be easy to beat.
Now, my plan with this Newcastle United squad is pretty clear. When I look into the starting 11, it is a very, very good starting 11. A team that qualified for Champions League football. And when I look at certain positions like Nick Pope or Fabian Schär, I am aware that I could easily improve those because these are older players who are gonna start going down in their stats. But most importantly, what I need to do is, every season since Sid gets rid of one of my players, I have to make sure everyone is backed up with a great player so that these releases don't have such a huge impact on me. And technically speaking, 100 million sounds like a lot, but is that enough to go ahead and bring in actual good replacements for those positions? We'll have to find out. To make the most of my budget, I'm going for experience in that goalkeeping position, and it's going to cost me next to nothing. Jan Sommer now joins into my team at an 86 rating for just about 2 million. And that's already a +6 upgrade within the starting 11, which is absolutely massive. So he cannot release him. That's another thing. The goalkeeping position, he cannot release. So now I get to spend all of the rest of my money on the other positions. And I'm looking at right wing and I'm looking at left centre back. Rather than being sat on the bench at Manchester City, how about this player coming in to join us? Savinho, welcome to Newcastle United, bringing that Brazilian flair onto our right wing at a price tag of 38 million. So far in total, I've spent 40 million on 2 really, really good transfers. I'm just realizing, actually, I probably should go for a new centre mid rather than a new left centre back, because I do have Thiaw for that position, who does have plenty of potential in him. Guys, I'm in tough negotiations with PSG for Zaire Emery, and it finally worked out. And luckily, he's only getting about 50k in wages over there at PSG. So how about 50k 20k over here. Newcastle. What? How's that offending, man? Oh, come on. Zaire Emery deal falls through. You know what? I'm about to beat Sid with his own tools. I'm going for Barca players now. 43.8. Hansi Flick is letting him go. He now becomes a Newcastle United player at an 83 rating. It's a beautiful sight to see. The 20-year-old takes over the right centre midfield position, and hey, he cost me less than Zaire Emery, I believe, and he's higher rated. This is even better.
Okay, I'm really scared now of how this challenge is gonna go, because my goodness, your team looks insane. Every player above an 80 overall already. You've signed Gavi as well. Sommer in goal. I see what you're doing there. You've gone for a goalkeeper to try and stat pad some points, huh?
Yes, buddy, that's all I've done. I paid 2 million for him, by the way.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh my days, you're already cooking me with these tactical decisions. I feel like I need to get one of your big players out, because otherwise I'm gonna be in big trouble.
Okay, I mixed my team up. Go ahead, buddy. Hit what you want to hit.
Okay, where would you have put Gavi? To be honest, I think it would be better for me to get Tonali or someone. Let's go left centre mid.
Yes! Visa, goodbye. I'll take that. I have Voltemada as a backup, so that's a decent enough hit. I survived. Looks like you made some interesting adjustments as well. Brought in Gakpo on that left wing. I like that. Konza, decent option actually. High rated as well. And who else did you go for?
Just the 2 signings, mate. That's all I could afford. I should have used a couple of million to bring in maybe Jan Sommer, but didn't think of that.
Wait a minute. You spent 100 million on these two?
I mean, yeah.
No explanation needed. Mix it up.
Imagine you actually get me to release one of them. That would just be. I should just quit this takeover then. Go ahead, bro. Hit me with it.
I actually would feel bad if I hit one of your players right now. I'm thinking left back.
Bro. Not this way. Not this way. It's my captain! Xhaka's gone!
How do you keep doing this, man? That's my highest rated player.
Now, I didn't realize this when you made me release Xhaka, but I didn't have any other CDMs at the club, and because of that, Geertruida, who's a right back, he had to play completely out of position there, and that resulted in me getting almost relegated. Oh my days. 17th is where I finished, but 2 points I managed to survive.
You know what? I'm starting off with the Champions League, because if I win this in the first season, it's all over. Now, I came in 20th at first, played through the playoffs, beat Leverkusen, round of 16, beat Benfica, quarterfinals, beaten Atletico Madrid. Sid, are you ready for this?
What is this, man?
Finals. I lost against PSG.
Thank you, PSG.
You just about survived that one. Let me go over into the Premier League right now. I finished 4th, a little bit further ahead of you. 75 points on my team to get Champions League football again, and I also won the FA Cup, so that's 2 points for me.
By the way, even though I had a disastrous season in the Premier League, FA Cup, I got to the final, but then lost 7-6 on penalties.
I have more bad news for you. I actually won the Carabao Cup, so that is 4 points in total for my squad this year.
That is crazy. This might be the biggest humiliation I think I've ever suffered in season 1. I have nothing to show for. No Premier League finish, no points. You might just destroy me over these 5 seasons.
Now, I wanted a 5th point here, but it doesn't work out for me. Voltemada came in 5th this season for top scorer. How about you?
Brian Brobby did a decent job, 17 goals, but not nearly enough. Funnily enough, it's Mamouche who finished as top scorer. I was debating signing him or Gakpo, and that's another bad decision I made, I guess.
And Sid, you might want to look away right now, because honestly, my team, it looks insane. You could release 2-3 players, and I think I'd still be in a position to re-qualify for the Champions League easily. So you have to really do your best in this next transfer window.
I wonder how, I wonder what.
Now, going into my squad this year and knowing I have 100 million to spend, and looking at the squad, I'm thinking, where the hell do I spend that money to actually improve this squad? All I can think of is, whenever Sid had Jan Sommer, one of these rebuild showdowns that we did, his Jan Sommer in the second season went up in his rating. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for here. So I'm not going to bring in a new goalkeeper. Guys, I've just signed a player from Liverpool, and I'm about to spend literally my last penny on signing signing Hugo Ekitike if he would just freaking accept. I'm about to give him everything so that I only have £13 left. Come on, Ekitike, just sign for Newcastle already. Finally, it's happening. He's walking into the team at an 87 rating for basically 100 million in total fees. That means 85 rated Voltemade is going down to the bench as Ekitike now takes over up top, and I needed to make this deal happen because Vissel was gone and he's the only backup striker I have. So now Voltemade is a backup striker again. I don't even know how Sid is going to try and win this, but I guess I'll wish him good luck. If he makes this happen, it's going to be the best comeback ever.
I genuinely feel mentally distraught after that first season. Like, I just got smacked. And if this goes on, Chani might just win the Champions League in like Season 2 or Season 3. And if not, he's already got a 4-point lead. Do you know what? I'm thinking my strategy of like focusing on domestic cups, that kind of worked. We did build a team good enough to get to the FA Cup final. But that way, I'm not going to be beating Chani. He's going to keep racking up the points. He's got the way better team. I need to just focus on getting to the Champions League and somehow winning it. I know it sounds crazy that I'm saying that considering I finished 17. But okay, I do have a plan. Roofs at the back has gone up to an 85 overall. That is giving me a lot of hope. Consa's 85 as well. Gakpo's 84. Although I'm realizing I should have signed someone younger and better because he didn't grow at all. We do have players like Adingra coming back from their loan spell, which is nice. This season, though, it's obvious. We got to get a quality CDM. And I'm again thinking, let's go big on a centre back because Alderete, I think we need someone better there to partner with Consa. And if there's money left, I would love a midfielder too. Now to start with, I think Carlos Paleba has got to be the play. 82 rated. He's gonna have big shoes to fill in Granit Xhaka. But yeah, for 33 million, you can't go wrong with a deal like this. Paleba is a player that can grow quite a bit. Also, guys, I might need to steal one of Chani's tactics. He signed Sommer in the first season, and you guys saw what it did for him. He was able to win a couple of domestic cups, reach the Champions League semi-finals. That's what experience can get you, and that's why I think I need to be smart and sign a player like Virgil van Dijk. I know he's 35. But come on, guys, he can give us a couple of solid seasons. If he helps us get to the Champions League or maybe winning us some trophies, that could be big in itself. And for just 18.5 million, I feel like betting on VVD is worth it. And signing Van Dijk for cheap means that we could get Matheus Fernandes from midfield, 81 rated centre mid, only 22. And there you go, managed to sign him for 38 million. Okay, considering how bad that first season was, I think we've redeemed ourselves with this season's signings. The team looks so much more well balanced. And if we get some solid growth, I think we could be in a position to start competing with Chani. But of course, I've got to avoid releasing one of our big players.
Bro, you made some massive improvements. You brought in Van Dijk. I love that. And Matheus Fernandes and also Baleba. Hey, hats off. The fact that you pulled that off with 100 million is very impressive.
I feel like last season, Gakpo and Konsa, it was a disaster class for me. But this time, we're locked in. Project Comeback is on. But you could end up putting a big stop to my comeback story, so just hit me with it. Which position you want me to release?
I don't know why, but something is telling me that that right midfield position has someone special in it.
Oh my days, the relief. That's probably the worst player you could hit. And I kind of wanted you to hit that. Lefebvre, he can go. That's lucky. That is so lucky. It's kind of giving me a fighting chance, especially now if I could hit one of your big players. And looks like you just went for the one signing in Ekitike up top. Oh, man. I'm looking at your team, though. I feel like any player I hit could be absolutely massive. But I want to try and get Gavi.
Well, good luck finding him. Here's your chance.
I'm going to go left wing.
There's absolutely no way you actually hit Gavi. Bro, it's...
That is insane.
Oh, my God. That sucks.
Let's go.
That really sucks. He probably would have hit the 90 rating by the end of the season. Gavi is gone. I guess only Sid can have Barcelona players.
And honestly, I needed that luck to just survive in this takeover.
And so Gavi, goodbye, 87 rated. He is gone, and the downgrade is actually quite big from what I can remember. I think I'm dropping down to an 81. No, 82 with Joe Linton.
Okay, we've made it to the end of Season 2, and I'm liking all the growth I'm seeing. I think my team finally can compete with Chani's Newcastle, and that shows in the Premier League as I managed to finish 5th, really close to getting top 4. And honestly, coming from 17th last season, I'll take that. I'm making solid progress. I feel like I can maybe compete for that Champions League or even points-wise within like the next few seasons.
Well, Sid, you actually placed higher in the Premier League than I did. I finished 6th, 64 points on my Newcastle Newcastle United, how the hell did I get worse? In the Community Shield, I actually lost against Liverpool on penalties. The FA Cup, I wasn't part of the final. The Carabao Cup, I was there but lost against Liverpool again, despite taking Ekitike away from them. What did they do? Buy Mbappe?
Well, lucky for you, I still have nothing to win the domestic cups. Just, yeah, Man United and Man City won that for me. So I guess we head on to Season 3.
Wait a minute, though. We have something important to look at. The Champions League, remember? The place where I got into the semi-finals last season? Well, this time, I finished 8th. And then in a round of 16, I beat Bayern Munich. In the quarterfinals, I beat Liverpool. In the semi-finals, I beat Napoli. And yes, I am in the Champions League final against your team, Barcelona.
This is what I was worried about, man. I could do whatever I can to improve this team, but here you are. You could just end the challenge right here, right now, by winning the Champions League.
Sid, there is little hope for you. I mean, my squad is generally a squad that could be winning the Champions League. The rating is high enough. What do you think?
I'm trusting Lamine Yamal, man. Lamine's gonna give Sunderland hope here. Come on.
And there it is. Come on, boys.
Let's go, Lamine. He actually scored. We'll take that, man. We'll take that. I live to fight another day.
There's no way Lamine actually said, hold on, Sid. I'm going to help you here. You called for me.
Honestly, I'm just happy that there is going to be a Season 3. Chani still has his 4-point advantage, but since he finished 6th in the Premier League, he's not going to be able to win the Champions League next year. I have a bit of time to fight and get my team ready. One thing's for sure, boys, I'm not going down without a fight. But okay, I am quite worried. The fact that Chani was able to make the Champions League final, it shows just how far behind I am. This season, I feel like there's a couple of areas where we need to focus. Left back, because Renildo is 33, as well as striker, as well as probably centre back, because VVD, he went down by 2 ratings last season. He's gonna go down by even more, I feel. But I also wanted to get a new striker because I'm not too convinced with Brian Robbie. First, though, I want to sort out the left back spot, and I feel like Jed Spence, 83 rated, currently playing for Real Sociedad. I think we could get him on a good deal. And oh yeah, I managed to sign him for 31 million. Can't go wrong with that. And I feel like the rest of our money, we could go all in on someone like Mark Guehi, 86 rated. Could be the successor we need to Van Dijk. Somehow we managed to sign him for 55 million. And you know what, boys? We've got big brain moves here. I don't have to put Guehi in the starting 11 because we've got Konsa and Van Dijk with the same overalls. This is smart because it literally protects Guehi from getting released. Of course, we can't do the same thing with Jed Spence. He's going to have to be in the lineup. But yes, I do feel like this season we've done a good job of just building up the overall squad.
So once again, I'm here with 100 million in a budget. And as you know, in the first season, I did end up getting 4 points. And Sid still has 0. But at least he knows I don't get to play Champions League football. I'm now in the Conference League. I don't even know if I get points for winning that one, but I guess all I know is I need to bring in someone to take over from Joelinton this season, and I might just spend all my money on it. And just to make sure you guys don't forget that this is a video on S2G's channel, I'm buying a Barcelona player again. This time there's no way he's releasing Frankie de Jong at an 87 rating, as I am getting him for 65.7 million. And that puts Joelinton onto the bench and de Jong into the starting 11 at the age of 30 with the playstyle plus a quality player to have right in there, someone that could really make a difference for us. But I'm also realizing that Jan Sommer is actually starting to drop big time now, down to an 84. So for just 12.4 million, I'm approaching Simeone to go ahead and sign Jan Oblak at an 88 rating for Newcastle United. I mean, that one right there will probably make the difference in winning the Premier League title or not. Some interesting signings you made there. I see Jed Spence and Mark Guehi on the bench. I guess if I take out one of your centre-backs, it would be kind of pointless at this point. I'm assuming you brought him in to back up Van Dijk, who's going down in his stats. So let's go for Cody Gakpo here. I am wanting to release your right centre midfielder.
Go ahead, bro.
So what if you actually left Cody Gakpo on that left midfield position trying to be cheeky?
It's still a good player that you've got, but it's not Cody Gakpo. It's Sadiki. Honestly, he would have probably been like 86, 87 rated by the end of the season. So this is a bad one.
I'm actually pretty happy with that.
There's Sadiki gone. To be honest, I do have Habib Diarra, 80 rated, 23 years old coming in, so I think I survived that one. But looking at your team, I see you've rated La Liga. There's De Jong, there's Jan Oblak, but Ekitike is the one I want. I think if I get him, you might not qualify for Champions League next season, and that might be huge.
I think you might be forgetting, I do have a Voltemada on an 87 rating, so yeah, sure, take Ekitike.
Okay, wow. The squad depth you have is crazy, bro. I feel there's someone someone sneaky hiding in that right wing position.
There's no way you actually got a KTK, bro. What the hell is going on? I need to...
We'll take it, man. We will take it.
I have Voltamada, but still, I just spent so much money on him.
We keep fighting back. We keep fighting back.
Didn't Sunderland just beat Newcastle in like a last-minute goal last time around? This feels like it again. You're making a comeback here, and I'm not enjoying it one bit. KTK, I'm going to release you when I can afford it. Now, this season, I apparently actually had qualified for the Europa League, not the Conference League, seemingly, and I came in third initially. And guys, if you didn't know, you actually get 3 points if you win this one. So, round of 16, got past the likes of Crystal Palace. Quarterfinals, it was Ajax. Semi-finals, Gala, and only to lose out in the final. Athletic Bilbao beat me. But in the Premier League, I'm actually in second place, back qualifying for Champions League football despite the loss of Ekitike. It's looking good over here at Newcastle. How about you?
Bit of a mixed season. Didn't win any domestic cup. Premier League 2 again came close to qualifying for Champions League, but ended up finishing 5th. But I do have a trick up my sleeve. Even I qualified for the Europa League, and if I can win this somehow, I'll be on 3 points, still behind you, but also back in the Champions League for next season. Playoffs, I managed to knock out Sparta Praha. Start Rennes in the round of 16. We get through them, knocking out Ajax in the quarterfinals, through in the semi-finals as well. And unlike you, Chani, Sunderland win the Europa League over Chelsea. This is massive. I'm getting close to you, man. Just 1 point behind you now.
And you know what? It could have been more because I was in the FA Cup final, lost against City, Carabao Cup final, lost against Liverpool. This team just cannot win any trophies.
Brian Brobby finished 3rd in the top scorer charts. If only he would have scored more, I could have been level with you.
But you know what? Good thing you mentioned it. Voltamada is at the top. 29 goals in the Premier League. Golden boot secured. Another point for me. That makes it 5 in total.
We're now heading into season 4 with both of us qualified for the Champions League. I really don't know how I've gotten myself to this point, but it's starting to feel like the comeback is on. I mean, look at the overalls of our players now. This is getting ridiculous. Guehi Konsa, they're balling out. Talbi's up to 86. Matthias Fernandez 88, Baleba 2, and yo, Habib Diarra, how is he gone up to an 85? Now, what's the plan this season? Looking at my team, I feel like we're covered defensively. There's enough depth in the centre-back spots in case we have to release someone. Similarly, we've got Mukiele who can slot in at right back if Hume gets released. Midfield, though, is where we've got virtually no depth. We gotta sign a really good midfielder. At the same time, an upgrade over Broppy. He's only gone up to an 84, man. We need someone better. Now, a couple of options I've thought of is Igor Thiago of Brentford. I mean, just for that beard, man. Reminds me a bit of LeBron James. But yeah, he is going to be a bit expensive, about 55 million. It would make it really hard to bring in, of course, another midfielder. And that's why there's Moise Keane. For some reason, apparently is available at a big discount. He's 86 overall. And again, if we can get him for cheap, this might be the no-brainer deal. And oh yeah, it is cheap, just about 54 million, which I think I can negotiate. Get it down to say 49. Okay, you know what? I think we are gonna have to pay 50 million. But for Moise Keane, that is an absolute steal. What a transfer this is. Now for the midfield, I found Yuri Tielemans at the age of 31. Remember, there's only 2 more seasons left in this challenge, which means Tielemans would be a really good pickup for backup. And I feel like we've just made another really smart acquisition at 38.2 million. Now, I think I would put Tielemans at the risk of being discarded over Diarra because he's younger and can grow more. So that's another smart play that we can run. But yup, the team has come together real nice. I'm starting to feel confident about my chances of beating Chani.
Guys, for the new season, I have a plan. Someone that can play in all positions in the front 3. And of course, a Ballon d'Or winner. Ousmane Dembele will be the only signing I'm making this time around, as he joins us for 87 million. Now, again, that takes Voltamada out of the starting 11. I feel so bad for him, but the strikers that keep coming in, they keep getting released, so we'll see. I gotta be honest, 100 million is tough to play with when you have a squad that's already kind of decent. You can only like sign 1 player each season, and we get 1 player released each season, so I haven't been able to really focus too much on the bench, which kind of worries me. Whoever he takes out, I don't have a proper replacement unless it's the front 3 basically.
Oh, wow. You actually signed Ousmane Dembele, man. Fair enough. That makes you a serious contender for the Champions League this season. Unless, of course, I make you release him. I feel like I'm on a really good run so far. I've made you release some key players. And why do I feel like you've just left Dembele all alone in that striker position?
He's done it again. He's done it again. That is a foul.
You have to be kidding me, bro. I literally didn't move a single player. I thought, you know what? There's no way he guesses that. Nah, man. I'm fuming.
What a run. What a run.
This is insane. I guess all I can say is tune in next season when I buy yet another striker for this team. Dembele has left us.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Now, looking at your team, I gotta be real, man. You made some really nice improvements, and I feel like if I could hit one of your fullbacks, you don't have a decent enough backup. So, forget Fernandes, forget the high-rated players. Let's take a big hit here. I am going for your right centre-back. I feel like you just moved him by one position.
Well, you do get my right back. Try who may.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll take that. What's the downgrade?
well, that's a bit of bad news for you because I do have Mukiele who can play there even though he's a centre-back. So I don't think I'll be losing out on that much. He's 82. I'm actually fine with that.
Okay, man, I should have gone for something else here. This is not going my way.
Now, since I won the Europa League last season, I do have the UEFA Super Cup, but Barcelona beat me 3-1. No points from both the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. I kind of needed those. And that leaves me with just the Premier League, where I could only finish 4th. Kind of lucky because it still keeps me in the Champions League next season, but I was expecting much better this time around.
Well, I guess I can start with the bad news as well. In the Community Shield, I lost against Manchester City. In the FA Cup, I wasn't part of the final. In the Carabao Cup, I also wasn't there. But then the bad news begins for you, Sid, because in the Prem, I am now a champion. Yes, 81 points on Newcastle United, champions of England.
That's brutal because now the lead is 8-3 if I'm not wrong.
Yes, you're right, and guess what? It doesn't matter, maybe, because in the Champions League, I finished 5th initially. Round of 16, I beat Inter. Quarterfinals, it was Borussia Dortmund. Semi-finals beat Liverpool, and now I'm facing yet another Spanish side in the final. It's Real Madrid against Newcastle United.
Now, hang on. I totally forgot about the Champions League myself. 5th in the league phase, knocking out Copenhagen in the round of 16. Oh, but PSG destroyed me in the quarters, which means if you beat Real Madrid, it's over. You've won the challenge.
For the second time now I'm here, Sid. Do you actually believe this team can lose a game?
I mean, your team just looks insane. Like 91s everywhere.
And well, there might be no more point to continue from this moment onwards. Newcastle United. Oh my God.
Real Madrid, thank you. I hate you, Madrid, but you've just saved me today. So respect, I guess. One final season. I'm still in it.
And so I'm signing my 3rd French striker. I mean, there's no way he's going to release all of them, right? I'm going for Bournemouth Eli Jr. Krupi at an 86 rating, and he's joining us for 65 million. I got Krupi into the team because, again, I thought this would be a player that I can use down the wings if necessary. That was a very, very important thing I was going after here, and I was kind of hoping that I can use the rest of my money to bring in a backup for my defense, because if someone there gets knocked out, I have absolutely no one to back me up. And so I'm going for Garcia, a backup right back from, I believe, Aston Villa at an 80 rating and a price tag of 19 million.
Real Madrid gave me a lifeline, but I don't think it's going to be enough in the final season. Chani's got a massive points lead, which it's basically impossible for me to overtake. All my hope rests on trying to win the Champions League and just hope that Chani doesn't do it. I feel like the team is there. Okay, yeah, we're missing a right back, which is something we will address this season. We've got to just improve our overall squad because remember, Chani still gets to release a player. First up though for right back, I think Jeremy Frimpong would be the perfect bet. Okay, now with Frimpong, the big worry I've got with this team is what if I have to release Baleba? Literally nobody there in the CDM spot. And who better than Rodri, 89 rated. Also signing Rodri means that we're weakening Man City, gives us a chance to potentially win the Premier League. And looks like this is the final team I've got with Sunderland. Well, actually, I still have to worry about who Chani's going to make me release.
All right, you brought in a Ballon d'Or winner as well, I see. Rodri on the bench. I mean, that is incredible. I would actually argue your bench is looking better than mine, which I don't like at all. So let me get rid of one of your top players here.
I feel like in this takeover, I've gotten really lucky. I haven't had to really release a big player. I'm hoping that won't change.
So now when you lose Moise Kean, who you put into your right centre-back position, is that bad or no?
I'm safe. I'm safe. That's Jed Spence. Although it isn't as nice as I would want it to be because I don't really have a backup left back. I guess Mukiele is going to have to play there. Actually, I'm thinking since I anyway have to release Spence, why not just go for a 3 at the back formation? What do I have to lose here? I mean, only winning the Champions League can get me to beat you. And this way, at least, the team looks really solid in almost every position. But now let's come to your team. I see you haven't signed a first-team striker and you've gone for Krupi on the bench. And I feel you might need to use him because I'm getting that Voltemada. Where could you have put him? Have you left him at striker again?
No, I haven't, but it's Frankie de Jong on a 91 rating getting kicked out of the team. I actually did that on purpose. I thought you were going to get him. So Lewis Miley, 85 rated backup, my highest rated backup, is moving into the starting 11. I'll take that.
Now let's get through the final season. Chani's got the points advantage, but if I can somehow win the Champions League, it changes everything.
The last season has arrived, and in the Premier League, Sid, I only came in second. I'm behind Arsenal, 81 points. How about you?
I finished 5th. I guess going to a 3 at the back system just did not work.
So I'm still in a good position here. Community Shield belongs to Newcastle. The gap has widened. I'm now on 9 points.
I didn't win any of the domestic cups.
I also somehow managed to win the FA Cup, which now puts me on 11 points. The Carabao Cup doesn't belong to me, though. So then in the Champions League, I actually finished outside of the top 8. So I had to go through the playoffs. I did lose against Olympique Marseille. There's no way. I got kicked out of the playoffs.
Wait a minute, that means there's hope. Even though I'm being destroyed points-wise, if somehow in the Champions League I can get to the final and win it, I would have staged the most unlikely comeback ever. The only thing is I'm worried about this 3 at the back system. I don't know how it fared. Although ratings-wise, this team I have built is amazing. Oh, but in the Champions League, even I finished outside of the top 8. But I do get through the playoffs just about against Rangers. Round of 16, I knocked out Barcelona on pens. Okay, this is getting crazy. I knocked out Inter. I'm in the semi-finals now. I bet you're sweating, Chani.
I really am. Please, I need this.
No, Real Madrid. Why?
Yes!
They knocked me out.
Newcastle, you won it this time around.
And yep, that means, Chani, you've won the takeover with a massive points advantage. I couldn't steal it at the end. Now, if you enjoyed this video, watch me race Chani to see who can become the world's best club owner. Click here.